make it the title of the video or anything, but I was able to speak to someone who's very credible, no reason to lie, that was able to go to the 2K23 Las Vegas event and play the game early. If you all didn't see, not too long ago, Shakedown, a YouTuber, was able to go and gave us a fantastic review about many aspects of 2K23. Was able to go, and he told me two things that stood out that Shakedown did not talk about. Now, this is not good news. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. This is not good news. So just be ready. But anyway, what he told me was that paint defense, from what he's seen, paint defense has not got any better. It has not. He got into was the dribbling, and he couldn't really describe exactly what the issue was, but he kept saying basically that there was something off about it. Now, 2K22 next gen dribbling, in my opinion, is pretty good. It's better than current gen, but there's one thing about it. The one issue, and the way I can describe it, is sometimes it is a bit clunky. So I said, is it clunky? And he was like, yes, exactly. That is the issue. It feels worse than 2K22 next gen. And I said, well, there is a possibility that you are playing with NBA players. You don't have the right signature styles on the dribble moves, that once we get into the park and we have all the quote unquote best dribble moves on, you know, all these styles on our player, it could be a lot different. And he agreed, yes, that could be a change once we get into the park. So dribbling does not feel as good, and the paint defense, from what he noticed, has no change at all. So yes, I don't want to break your guys' hearts, but I'm telling you exactly what I heard. You don't have to believe me. I honestly don't care if you don't believe me, because I have no reason to be here and lie. It's not even the title of the video description, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. But anyway, right here.
So this is when I have to come back to this message right here. The game is changing. The ultra real gameplay. Listen, the intuitive system is in this game. They just have to get it more sharpened. Remember that foot plant technology Mike Wang was talking about with next gen? It came in 2K21 next gen and 2K21 current gen, but that's why that speed boost was so crazy on current gen. 2K21, everybody was doing it. Then they sharpened it up 2K22. You can't really do that no more like that. They toned it down. But remember that crazy speed boost everybody was doing? Right. So it's in the game. This new technology. This is why we slide on offense and on defense. Now what changes this is depending on your player stats. If depend on your ball control, your speed with ball, that's going to change your lateral quickness ultimately. They need to put that stat back so people can see it and be like, all right, I know what my lateral quickness is. So you see why sometimes you'll slide, and then you can control it more. Be aware to control it more instead of complaining. Now he was talking about the dribbling being clunky, and I don't believe that's the case. Look at that. Look how smooth that was, right? And we missed a shot, but we're not worried about it. We're going to show you why we missed a shot. We're going to come up here, right? Dribble. Watch this. Watch the sequence, how we're using the moving crossover. Steph Curry moving crossover. Most people won't use this, but you see how I'm using it in a different way. We just come too much into the inside. And he was already aware that I crossed up his man. See, you got to pay attention to those details on the screen. It's very key to pay attention to that. Now, if I would have stopped right here as I paused it on the screen and shot right on this elbow, you stop and go listen, before like I was even going inside the midi, I already thought to myself, like, I need to stop at that 3-point line. I would have got that shot. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of details that a lot of people have to start understanding. It's about positioning, placement. You can't be mad about that. Some people, oh, I should have hit that. No, he got that. No, sometimes it's just a position. Look at the defense. I'm going to show you the stats on this build. A very good balanced build, so you guys can see how you want to kind of, if you want to make certain builds for certain play styles to balance your build a certain way. This is a 6'7" small forward, offensive small forward. Really like a sneaky type of build. I made him have layup finishing. I was playing with him in the park, but I took him also to the rec. This was really like a park build, but I also brought him out to the rec to show people I can still play with him in the rec. Look at this. Stop and shooting on the elbow. See, that's the type of shot I was supposed to shoot earlier. You know, this is the type of play style people have to start understanding that's coming to 2K23. Remember, I told you guys, if you pay attention, none of the top dribble gods, ISO gods are showing out. You know how they usually was showing out, where at least that image will be out there to be cycling around? It's not around right now. Hold on, we're gonna get back to that. Let's touch up on these stats real quick. Look at the type of build I got. 93 ball, so I'm in that threshold for just spraying threes easy. I'm at that 87. I'm in that, mixing you up, baking you up, stunning you up really, really bad. I got the 99 layup. I know how to finish very, very well with it. 91 perimeter at least. with a 70 steal, 72 block, so it's very balanced, and a 77 rebound. That's a very balanced build. Think about it on offense, like on the threes. 74 speed, because this is the Luka build, so I move with him differently. 80 acceleration. I want that fast startup, but I want that slow Luka speed, because I really want the build to be like that. If y'all watch how I play with him, I'm playing smooth in that type of play style. 60 vert at least, so I can jump up, catch those boards. 84 stamina, and I work out crazy with the builds. Now I just added like little shades of offensive rebound into certain areas. People will be like, yo, why you put certain plays here and there, or didn't add this or didn't add that? It was just because of the way I was making the build, certain badges I was going for. Made sure he had some close shot there so we can at least finish close to the rack. Like, the build goes crazy. Really watch my videos, type in OG Almighty Luka build, like you'll see him going crazy, all on YouTube. So let's talk more back on to the dribble gods, the ISO gods. You don't see any of them creating new moves, making the wave. It's just like it all died down. And remember, I kept saying like, yo, from 19, I'm like, y'all, they trying to push towards real life basketball. They making the 2K Pro League and stuff. Once they started bringing the Pro League in, I'm like, they trying to push towards that. So that if they doing that, the game is obviously going to have to start going towards that way, because this is a new idea they trying to bring into. Like, this is a new idea they trying to bring into reality. 2K Pros. So I'm like, okay, we watching how the game goes, and I'm like, all right, the ISO guys starting to get patched, certain moves starting to get patched, because they starting to complain. See, I'm just watching people's reactions, people's responses. The same thing 2K would do. I'm like, okay, they starting to complain now, saying the moves is patched, 2K's getting dry, it's getting dead, all this, blah, 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 blah. They starting to say this because certain moves is going away, certain glitchy stuff, and it's getting more realistic, and then they feeling like the game is getting watered down in a certain way. That's their reality. But there's another side of reality with the whole IRL community. They're getting excited about it. They're enjoying. They're like, okay, yes, this is what I'm looking forward to now. A game that's more realistic, a game that's more IRL skill based, I guess, how they want to. I don't know. It's different. It's so many different ways to look at it, different angles, but they're definitely going towards the IRL. Now, with this new dunk meter being more skinnier, you guys know they're going to make that timing a little bit more, how could I say, skill based. But we can't say skill based all the time. Like, if you put a 99 in each category you go in, you're still going to get a natural boost to that ability. You're going to feel better than other players who have more balanced stats trying to go for contact dunks. So it's all about knowing that as well. Right here, look at this IQ. This is what you need to learn from the new shooting meter that has a delay on it. If you don't have this type of skill set to be able to stop and shoot off of pump fakes or uncomfortable animations, and if you can't shoot out of uncomfortable animations, then the delay is like, this delay is going to mess you up so bad. And this is what I look at as 2K's attempt of controlling the threes, the fades, to just players just running till they, you know, players are going to make sure they're so much more set. Look at this. This is just natural rhythm. This is like what they call like secondhand smoke, muscle memory. This is just like riding a bike. You see how I'm just doing that so easy? Look, even the team has to react and flop because they just probably don't expect for that to go on. No, this is what we do. That's the bag we have. Look how we coming up the court. Oh, look at this. Oof. Get him away. Look at that. We just gotta get the timing down. But y'all, look how we using the hezzies to protect ourselves. We not left right in it. He still runs to another side of the court. Like, what is he doing? That's just my timing that I missed that. But this is what I'm trying to show people. You can maneuver without having to just go left and right and speed past somebody. And then this is why people say it's clunky, because they're trying to force their way through players when you're supposed to be dribbling in a certain space. If you ever play real life basketball, you just don't dribble through a person, or you're just not going to dribble in his face. And this is what players is thinking the game is supposed to be like. This is why most guards have just came down to the left and right, because they can't even do that efficiently no more, just cheese as they want to back in the other past 2Ks. You have to really understand this. Look how we're moving. Look at the control. Oh, do y'all see this? And I was gonna pump fake right till he gets behind me and then shoot. Like, this is the type of bags we getting in. Look at this. Hezzy, escape. Look how we use our escape. Different. So really realize that the game, don't listen to these guys that's playing the game and they're new to it. Listen to the people that's more so already advanced and playing in this, like knowing how 2K's game is changing in realistic ways, showing you the acrobat, the different type of lengths you can do and animations you can get deep in detail into in the game. Y'all see how I tell y'all to jump all the time on windows? Like, pay attention to the people that's getting real deep detailed into the game, and you're gonna be good. Not the ones who just, they don't like it because it's not that easy for them. 2K is changing the way things are. Now you need this badge and that badge. You need these puzzle pieces badges connected together to do certain things on the court. If you don't have this, you're gonna have to switch a build. Like, man, what's people mad about? It's just like a chess now. It's, you know, it's not just, it's easy, anybody could win. It's a coin toss. And it's like people are still adapting to it. It's like we're all still adapting to it. It's still a new system. They still changing things. They're still trying to get more ultra realistic. Y'all heard them. The bump animations increased. Dribbling feels clunky. I don't even think it's clunky. I just feel like these guys are not realizing, like, yo, you can't just spam your sticks anymore. Like, no, you got to make a pattern. You got to make a combo. You got to separate space away from him. If he bumps you a little bit, use the left stick. Like, they're not understanding this stuff. That's what they really not understand. While 2K's putting out in the message saying the new left stick is OP, we're hearing the left stick is overpowered. And I told you guys that's the stick they created for the noobs. Every game that exists, they usually, look at this left stick work right here. Every game that exists always makes something like a easy tool for new players, so they can at least try to want to get to learn it. Psych them up to get to want to learn it. See what I'm saying? Now look how tough the build is. I added rebound to the build, so look, I could do this. This is another way how I get takeover on this build, and it's already an offensive build, so catching those boards does extra help. It's playstyle for me. Look at this left stick to defend myself against this guy. Oh, you're not gonna my career me. Look, quick combo. Look at this guy coming right here. Watch this. Oh, behind the back. Right through him. What is he thinking? Come on now. See, when I learned the animations, I learned how to move in certain ways. Look, this guy. Look, he's just reaching in the air. Come on now. You see what I'm saying? Once you know the animations and you know how to move, and when I know how, see, when I play defense so well, when I learn defense, I'm going to understand when certain players are running at me certain ways. You see what I'm saying? I know, okay, he's messing up. He's running at me this way. He's making a mistake. Just based on knowing how to play defense myself, I know when he's making a mistake as a defender. So you're supposed to capitalize off of that, making a better offensive play against his defense. That's what I like to do. Whether it's even me throwing up a shot sometimes and it's two people on me, but I know that the big man overhelped and he's not in the paint. So I'm going to let my center clean it up. So start to take more time to watch real basketball. Watch how shots play out. You see how when you're watching my gameplay, all my shots is different. That's the goal. You get unguardable at that point. It's hard to guard you. It's hard to read you at that point. Then you get to just learn on the offensive side. The plus for you get to learn how to shoot all types of different shots from all different angles on the court. That's going to make the game open up way more for you, even taking layups, all that. I got more footage for you guys coming. That new shot delay is really going to change the game. So it's good to just learn how to get into muscle memory, learn how to play real basketball on the court, learn how to take high selection shots. So that doesn't matter to you. It doesn't matter if they have a delay. You know that's your shot. You know it's a green. You felt it. You know it came off. That's kind of the vibe they're forcing us in. They putting us in now, where you just going to have to feel and know, like, yeah, that was good. Hit that like, subscribe.